Oh, I just realised I pressed live and then I started playing about with something. Hello, welcome everyone. If you don't know who I am, my name is Natalie O'Shea. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator. What does that mean? That means that I'm here to share some creative inspiration with you today. And if you fall in love with anything that I make or use, then I have great news. You do not have to go searching the internet to find the products. You can buy them right from me. There is the link, www.natalieoshea.stampinup.net. So you can go there now if you want to, have a nose around, but that's all you need from me. So hello, if I've come up on your Facebook feed, welcome. You may not have seen me before, so I like to say hello, welcome, and introduce myself. I also have people that join me every week. She says, just loading the comments there, and I'm a little bit late today. Time always just goes. You think, oh, I've got plenty of time, and then you do lots of things, and off you go. So I am here today. I've been popped on quite a lot this week because Stampin' Up had a new catalogue out. So that's new products which we've all fallen in love with, and you've been ordering since yesterday, since the catalogue went live. We also have our celebration promotion on at the moment, which is free products when you spend, place a large order, host a party, or join my team. But I went all over that. I'm not going to go all over that again today, but I went all over that. If you are watching on Facebook, first of all say hello, give me a little thumbs up or heart so I know that you're there, or leave me a comment. But if you're watching on YouTube, so either Facebook Live or YouTube, but all videos are loaded to both. So if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber to YouTube. Plus YouTube will tell you when I upload something so you won't miss out. And if you're watching on Facebook, then perhaps either just go to the media tab and videos, or just scroll up and down, and you should find the last few days as well. So hi Margaret, so you're now, I know it is all a bit of a horrible time here in the UK. We've gone back into full-on lockdown, and so that's why I'm here, to kind of shed a little sparkle into your life, cheer you up a little bit, and show you a bit of creative inspiration as well. But yeah, so are you all right, Margaret? I'm guessing you are. Hello. But this shouldn't take too long today. I am here to just show you a few things. So first of all, yeah, the one thing I did want to share with you is, if you are on my socials or you've seen my blog, you will see that the January monthly card club has launched. And what is that? Well, that is what, as it says on the tin, comes to you monthly. It's delivered through your door. There's enough card embellishments, ribbon, whatever, to make 8 cards. They're 4 cards, four different designs, 2 of each card, and it just means that you can make one, send one, and keep one. So you can keep one for yourself, or you can keep it as inspiration to make and use perhaps the layout or the colours as inspiration for another card. So that comes through the post every week. It gets, the cut-off for signing up is the 14th of each month, and the kits get dispatched from me the last week of the month. Deliveries pending, Royal Mail pending, UPS pending. I'm kind of hoping we're over the whole Brexit query, Christmas. We are locked down obviously, but these essential services are still running. So I'm kind of hoping it settles down a little bit. So Margaret's working from home. Just got me in, a little bit of background noise, I know. So yeah, so Card Club is great and growing. It's a subscription that you can cancel at any time. You don't have to stay forever, but if you stay for 6 months, I give you £25 of your choice to go spending in the catalogue. And in fact, this month is our 6th month. And I have the first couple of people, or few people, that joined in month 1 that have stayed with us, and that have to pick their goodies out this month. And I will contact you if you're one of them later on. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's just a nice fun package that comes in the post to you. And so I thought I would kind of share. So this month's card club is all about blending. So let me change. So this is one of the cards that is in this month's card club. So in the new Stampin' Up catalogue, we have these fabulously soft, want to do my makeup with them, blending brushes. So you can see, there we go, which way do I go? That way. You can see the colours I've used. And included in January's kit is a set of 3 of these brushes. So you can use whichever inks you have, or you can add on ink pads if you want to use exactly the same as mine. But literally kind of all the cardstock, all the die cuts are done, blending brushes in this case, also a blender pen as well, which, oh, have I got the one to hand? I haven't, but it's just to show a couple of ways of blending. So it's a little bit technique based this month, so you get to learn something, you get to practice at some blending techniques. That's just one of the cards. As I say, you get enough to make 2 of those. And yeah, it's just a great way to cheer yourself up. £25 is all it costs, and that includes your P&P as well. Bear in mind that costs about £4, although I think it's about to go up again. They're a bargain. They're a bargain, and they get you crafting. You never know what you're going to get. Well, you do know, because I tell you a couple of weeks in advance. But generally, you don't know what you're going to get. I try to make them quite generic, so that they're suitable for more mature, younger, males, females, anyone and everybody, whoever. So you can see this card would work perfectly. You know, it doesn't matter who you are. But yes, so the Dragonfly Stamp Set. So let's talk you through that. So Dragonfly Garden is the stamp set with a coordinating bundle. So you don't get these in your kit because A, you might already have them. B, you can add them if you want to. Or C, you might just want to use whatever you've got. You might want to use the ink pads that you've got. You might have a dragonfly or a butterfly or something like that that you want to use. So you kind of use my ideas as your starting point, but you might have butterflies instead of dragonflies, for example, if you've already got a butterfly set. So it gives you options then, rather than me going, no, you have to have this dragonfly set. Plus I know Stampin' Up did, a year or 2 ago, did another dragonfly set with dies, so I mean you might have that, so again you could use that as well. So I just thought I love this. This is already we're already being told that this could be selling out soon, and it only went live yesterday, just because it's already been so popular for demonstrators to order. So as demonstrators we can order a month in advance, so, and in fact this set we could order back in October. So we've been playing with it for a while. So I thought I would come and share a card today using this. Not this one. You have to be part of the card club, and you can see in the description how you can join the monthly card club. And as I say, there's no fixed subscription. You don't have to join for 6 months. There's just a bonus if you do. So entirely up to you. If you want this coming through your door, some lovely colours: Misty Moonlight, Calypso Coral, and Crushed Curry. I wanted to say Bumblebee then, but it's Crushed Curry. Yeah, so that gives you an idea of one of the cards we'll be making. I did think I'd give you some more inspiration because I've got lots of inspiration with this set. So let's go through a few other designs. So here is a very simplified, but look at the layout. This is just black ink. In fact, it's not black ink at all. It's grey ink, and some bumblebee. So white, a bit of card, stamps, ink and paper, basically. Then you can take it up a notch. Same card. Same layout, couple more layers, but patterned paper instead of stamped layouts. And again, it's the grey, it's basic grey with the bumblebee. And then same layout, but let's switch it that way. And you've got again the grey stamping, but can you see? Let's bring that up. So where's the punch? Punch. So the punch does big dragonflies, but it also does that baby dragonfly as well. Can you see that? So they are just, so you've got a white panel that's been cut out. Let's bring it right up there so you can see that. And then that's the little dragonflies in white, just punched out and stuck on. So it's like an embossed raised. You see that? So just to give you an idea, one layout, 3 different cards. Stamped, super simple, just stamps, ink and paper. Stamps, ink, paper and pattern paper, and then some punched out pieces. And again, it's not a die, so you don't have to have a die cutting machine. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say die cutting machine, don't worry, because you don't need one. But there's some examples. It comes with, the suite comes, in fact I should probably go and get the catalogue and show it to you. Hold on, let's do that. I'll show you the insides of catalogues, you see. Of course, now is the time that my son and my husband have just decided it's time to make lunch as soon as I go live. So if you do hear any background noise, I apologise for that. Here we go. So this is like a mega suite. So you've got one stamp set and die set. You've got this stamp set with the punch. You've got some, oh, I showed these last Friday. So these are die cut laser pieces. You've got Memories and More's pre-printed card layers, so you can almost just stick these on the front of cards and your cards are made. You've got these little ladybird trinkets that are here, and then you've got this green braided twine, and then this pattern paper here as well. So if you just wanted to use the pattern papers, then here we go. Same card, just slightly different colours. So picked out, there's the pattern papers there. So different colours picked out and then highlighted. So again, simple cards. These are my favouriteest embossing folder in the world. The subtle. It gives all plain card, makes it look like textured card. So it just adds another sort of dimension to it. So yeah, so you've got the three different cards, different colours, but just shows how different they can look. Then if you liked my gnome cards prior to Christmas, then just crumb cake with a bit of, let's put them that way, with a bit of white chalk pen. You can make super simple cards just like that. Little ladybirds, ladybugs. Oh, I might sneeze. Ooh. Oh, that's it. Oh, dear me, I thought I was going to make a big noise then. And then sort of a variation of Z-fold cards. So Z-fold, just purely because it makes a Z when it's folded. It's a normal card that you would open like that, just folded back on itself. So there's one sample of a basic Z-fold. Then you get, so Zame Z-fold card. But you've got little... oh, what are they called? Like hinges, if you like, because this one, can you see? It kind of sits like that. So it sits like an easel card. So I've got decoration on the back as well. Let's see that. And can you see? So it just stands, but it stands like that, but like that. I'm hoping you can see that because it stands up. Because if you don't have those hinges, then it just, look, if I try and do that, this will probably do it now. Yeah, no, look, it just goes. So that hinge just keeps that one there. And then a double Z fold card. So all in Misty Moonlight. So you've got Z that way, Z that way. Very easy to make, but just another, and again, just one colour. It's just stamps, ink and paper. Again, there's no pattern paper on there. It's just a bit of white card, bit of Misty Moonlight card. What do you think of those? So that's a few samples. But today, I've lost the card I'm going to make. I've got so many cards around here, I can't find it. Oh no, where is it? Oh, there it is. It's all safe and sound. So if you ordered from me, I think it was November. No, must have been before then. Can't remember. Anyway, this was a card that I made for people who ordered from me and used the online host code. So if you place an order online, not only can you get the celebration benefits at the moment as well, you get a gift and a card from me as well, and that can range from stamp sets to embellishments to all sorts of things. So this super simple card, we've got, you could texture it, I haven't, but I'm just showing you up close. So this is just a plain background. And again, stamp inks and just a couple of strips of paper, because the pattern paper, some of it did scare me a little, I have to say, but these are nice subtle images on this pattern paper. Can you see those? We like those. So yes, I'm going to show you how to make this card, and I've got bits and bobs here. Goodness knows what I've got, to be fair, because I put all this together about a month ago. Oh no! Just dropped a ladybird. Oh, this could be interesting. Have I still got 3? Hey, look how cute these are. Let me see if I can put them. Look. cute are they? But they are diddy, very diddy. So let's get started, shall we? And it's not going to take too long either, which is always good. So I have a piece of, so I can put that in there, put those bits to there. See how we go. Let's, oh, make sure you're straight, make sure you're in view. Right, shall we get on? She says. She says if you can find her bits. Okay, so this is just a piece of A4 card cut in half to leave an A5 card. And all I do, I don't score my middles because I never get it right. So I just fold it, make sure my corners to corners are perfect, there and there. And then I just use a bone folder to make sure the fold is really nice. You could sort of run your fingernail up and down, but you could catch it. You could knacker your nail varnish. So a bone folder, it's about £7 or £8 and it lasts you a lifetime. So that gives us our base card. So then, oh, I use another stamp that I haven't got out. Oh, I'm so organised today. I was trying to get all the tutorial done and that, because what I do is for this card, you don't have to worry about any of the measurements or even remembering what I did, because you'll be able to, well, there's two ways of getting a PDF for this, which has got all the measurements on, a picture and everything. So one way is you'll see the link, and don't use it just yet, because I just need to load one more thing and then it will be live. So don't sign up for it yet. Give me an hour after this finishes. But you will be able to go to the link that's in the description and click and download the PDF for that. Or you can join my Facebook group. So it's for card making for beginners and beyond UK. And I load them in there every week. So every week when I do one of these, I do a PDF and I upload it in there. So it's something I've only just started. So there's a few in there at the moment. But obviously as time goes on, there'll be more and more. So you won't need to sign up for them each week. If you're in that group, you'll get. I'll share this Facebook Live video and I'll share the PDF in there every week anyway. So that's your two ways of doing it, and both ways are in the description. So you can either sign up for this one independently, or you can get added to the Facebook group where it will be. So this is the one I didn't get out. Forgot about this. I was more interested in the dragonfly and my sentiment. So two different ways of stamping if you are new to stamping. So these are red rubber stamps, but they have to sit on a block. But once you've got a block, again, it's another thing that you've got for life. Look, I've got green over my fingers already. So Stampin' Up ink pads come in 50 colours, and that's all we use. So two ways you can do it. You can either ink pad to stamp, which I tend to do on bigger stamps, to be fair, just so I can make sure that I've covered it, but you can go like that as well. And again, it's good to have a bit of grid paper underneath, because you don't then mark your table, but also you can use it as a bit of scrap as well. So I'm just going to go over here. I'm going to go on the left hand side. I'm not measuring, but what I am doing is making sure my card is straight, so I've got as good a chance as anything as getting this straight as I can. Although, to be fair, if it's not straight, it doesn't matter. Flowers grow wonky. They don't all grow straight, do they? And then I'm just adding some pressure in the middle and the end. I'm not rocking it. I'm just adding pressure like that. And up we go. And that's it. Look at that. So that is Mossy Meadow ink onto Mossy Meadow card. So it's a tone-on-tone stamping. You could do it with black as well. And I've also said in the instructions you could use a Versamark ink pad as well. So Versamark ink pad is a sticky glycerin pad, normally used for things like embossing powder to stick to, but you can also use it as a sort of watermark effect. So again, if you wanted some subtle background stamping, Versamark ink pad is the way to go. Right, I don't need to do anything else with that for the moment. I have a piece of I've got to stuff I did earlier. So I've got a piece of Bumblebee card and a piece of Whisper White there. Now if you can see up close, so the strips of paper are going over the Bumblebee but under the Whisper White. So you've got a couple of ways of doing this. Now in the instructions I said that you could just stick them on like that. But in fact, because I know where I want it to go, I'm going to stick this down I'm going to use my Tombow, so I've got a bit of wiggle room. So multi-purpose adhesive, and just a little bit, make sure it gets in the corners so the corners don't go. And so I know I want about 1 centimetre poking through. So I'm going to make sure I've got an even border going, let's point this way, that way and that way. So I'm kind of in the corner, but I'm making sure I'm straight and even-ish. Again, with my card lined up on the grid paper straight, that's my best chance of getting it right. So you can see the other patterns there, slightly scarier, not too bad though. So a wiggle of that down there, wiggle of that down there, and a wiggle of that down there. Now I probably just kept those in the order, didn't I? So I do the middle one first. So, well, yeah, no, I'm going to do the middle one because I'm going to put it middle-ish. Now I'm measuring, or not measuring, I'm making sure that put it straight now, put it straight. That's wonky. There we go. That's, oh, don't get your fingers in the glue. That looks straight enough. You see that? Oi, let's go there. It's the tiniest of borders, depending on how you hold it. And then, that's that one. So I need this to go, I probably haven't done this right, but you know, it's as good as. I might put them closer together actually, I might change it up a little bit. Especially if I've done it wrong, which I have, probably. Yeah, it does look a little bit like it should be over a bit. So again, I'm looking to leave the same sort of border in between those, and you can see I haven't done it properly. If you were really good, you would sit and measure it out, or you would do what I say in the instructions and stick them down on the bumblebee bit before you stick the bumblebee bit down, but you know, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. It's all good. So this is then going to go over there, so it's going to cover it anyway. But I'm going to put this to one side for the moment. So one way of stamping, as I say, is putting these stamps onto an acrylic block, and you're doing that all by hand. But when I come to do something that really kind of needs to be straight, needs to be, I might muck it up, I come to my trusty, used, look, very dirty, now dirty fingered, Stamparatus. So what I do is I stick, oh, I don't want to move it now. I put the stamp on here as straight as I can, move this here and pick it up. So that's all I've done. I'm not stamped on anything apart from the scrap paper at the moment, but I'd like to see, is it straight? It's pretty straight. I put it on pretty straight. You have got lines on here, you've got lines on the grid paper as well to kind of help you line things up. But what you tend to do first is put your piece of card, this is the piece of card I want, it's up to you, you could put it here, you could put it there, you could put it wherever you wanted to, but I tend to put mine in a corner because I know it's not going to wiggle around too much. So again, when we've got our mini spot ink pads, they are really good because they're tiny little ink pads. So for things like this, it's good because you tend to not get it everywhere. Now I want to try and do this wrong. I'm going to try and do it wrong to start with because you can then see why the Stamparatus is so great. So I kind of put that there and go, and I don't press hard enough, and I go, oh, well, it's all right, it's not too bad, but you know what, it's a little bit flaky in corners, it's not as strong as I want to. What you can do with this, especially if you say you miss a corner, or you've missed a bit, or you've not inked it up properly, or something like that, is you can go back over it, and stamp it, again, I'm just putting pressure, even pressure, and there we go. Much bolder, much stronger, you can see it and read it. So for things, I have to say, I tend to stamp things and punch them out because I'm not very good at of stamping things on exact pieces, but that's when my Stamparatus comes in. So yeah, things that need to be exactly right, I could muck up and therefore need to redo, because you could never, if that was, you know, on a block, if I had stamped my flower, taken it off and gone, oh, that's not right, I could never get it lined up properly again. So there we go. So Stamparatus, always good for things that have to be 100% right, but also good for things as well. If you're making wedding invitations, Christmas cards, things where you're making the same card repetitively, then that, as long if I've got 20 pieces of card like that, then I'm just bringing the next one in, you know, I'm putting it in there and I'm stamping again. You can hardly see that. Oh, let's do that. So yes, if it's my number 2 piece of paper, I just put that in there, ink it up, and I just keep stamping. So it makes it really good. You're not having to, you know, make sure it's in the right place every single time you stamp. You know it's in the right place. You're good to go. Bang, bang, bang. So next I did get this out. So Dragonfly, there's 2 Dragonflies in the stamp set. So you can choose which one you want. And I'm just doing these, and I'm not doing these, I'm as if they're flying at random places. So I'm going to do one, and they're not straight, and they're not, you know, they're going wherever they go. And then we'll go do a little one that might be going over there. So twist your stamps to make them look random. We might have, well, we might have a tail. We might have a tail and a bit of a wing, maybe. There we go. So that's my random stamping. So Bumblebee ink with the, I want to keep wanting to call it a butterfly, Dragonfly. So I'm not doing too bad at the moment. I'm always scared. Live stamping on I was going to say on telly, on video, never comes out right normally. So I'm going to add some dimensionals. So these are just like 3D foam dots. How's this shape? And for a bit this size. There we go. They've got paper on there. It comes off really easily. If you've got some where they don't come off as easily as this, get some Stampin' Up ones. You'll never go back to anything else you had. Okay. So, look how bad I did that. I don't care. I don't care. You could cut this down a bit. Oh, do you know what? Oh, I've stuck my things on now, haven't I? So my brain is going. So I could have cut this. Oh, don't. I could have cut this slightly smaller. So I had an even border around those 3 edges. Cut that smaller and put my 3 ladybirds down. Get down there basically. But I can't now because I put my dimensionals on. So I'm making sure that I've got an even border, or as even as I can make it. I haven't stuck it down, just dropped it at the moment because I want to make sure, am I happy with that? I think I might want to, because you've still got a little bit, if you don't press it down, you can still pick them up. You can pick them up a bit later, but it's harder. So as long as you just lay it, I'm quite happy with that so far. Right, and then, I mean, I did some of these, so you didn't have to sit and watch me stamp some more. So I've got a random, oh no, let's bring him back in. There's my random butterfly, Dragonfly. So all I'm doing with this is, if I was to try and use that up there, I'd never know whether it was in line or not. So always use your punches upside down, unless you're cutting, let's have a look. So if you were doing a circle or something like that, then you could just punch away. But to be fair, I even use those upside down as well, so I can make sure I'm still on the paper. So I am making sure that I'm gonna line up the head, the tail, and make sure I've got even borders around the wing. So that's my first thing, is my head. So I'm going to ignore that little dragonfly. I'm going to make sure, and I can hold it. So if I squeeze gently, look, it's held in place, but it's not cutting, and I can have a good look at whether I'm happy with that. Which, to be fair, I'm pretty happy with that. There we go. Now, if you've got a bit of paper there, you would have a little dragonfly as well, but we just got his tail. So there we go. So that's even borders. It's not bad, is it? But obviously you could cut it out by hand, but who wants to do that when you've got a punch? So, as well as our normal size dimensionals, we also have mini dimensionals. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use my tweezers, if I can find them. There they are, my bent and trustworthy. And I'm just going to put, in fact I might just put one there. And I just bent the wings slightly. So I've not, you can, if you want to really curl, like you used to curl ribbon, you could use your bone folder gently to just do those, or you can just tweak them up a bit. It's up to you. Or you could up and down, you could knock your socks off, whatever you wanted to do. So, where should we put him? Then you've got to decide where you want him to go. I quite like him there. There we go. And you could obviously do him in the mossy meadow as well. So lastly, we're going to add our ladybugs. And you could use wet glue and put a dollop of wet glue, but you would have to wait a while for that to dry. You could use a tiny dimensional, but even our mini dimensionals, are they small enough? They might be, you know. But I will use a glue dot. Well, I will, if I can find them. Oh, I'm not doing well today, am I? Do you know what? These are glue dots out of a kit. These will do the jobs. It's got paper on top. Oh, it's there. Right, so in fact, and I'm just putting those in the middle. So like the dimensionals, I'm sticking them on, and then I'll take the paper. Depends whether you leave the glue behind on the sheet or not. Okay, and if I swear if you've got proper fingernails, you should get away with it. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Can you see? Can you see? I think you can just see there. So that's just a bit of glue that I can stick my ladybug, ladybird onto. So these are fiddly as well. I like them. And again, it depends on you as to where you want them and how you want them. Would you want them up straight? Do you want them anywhere? If you're OCD like me, they either have to all be the same way, which they were. So I'm going to go up on these ones. Okay. So I'm just putting those on and just pushing them down. Oh, she says. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh. Oh, stop it. There we go. That'll do. Now you could put a dimension on there as well. Cut him. You can make them smaller, so you could cut this in half as well and use a little bit. But that will do. So there's my two cards. There's a extra bit of stamping on there. And you might sit there and think, wow, you're so clever, Natalie. How did you think of those? Well, I have to admit I didn't, because you might have seen similar designs around the internet. But at our Stamping Up event that I said we got to order this set early because we had make and takes available to us in November. And so if I bring in this, these were actually, so you can see, so similar to what I showed you earlier about the same layout but 3 different cards. Same here. Let's bring that up a little bit. Can you see that? So same layout. Oh, wrong way, that way. 3 different cards, and I liked that card. So they put their ladybirds, ladybugs different as well. Oh, in 3 different places they've put theirs. So that's it. So this is one of the benefits of being a demonstrator, is I don't have to come up with ideas all the time. Stampin' Up come up with a lot of ideas that I can use in my business, but just from a creative aspect as well. So I did speak briefly about coming and joining the team, which sounds like, oh no, I don't want to join the team. But it is. I spoke about it briefly yesterday, and I'm going to speak about it again Friday. So I will be on doing a Facebook Live telling you a lot more about what being a Stampin' Up demonstrator means, what you can do with it, what you don't have to do with it. Is it high pressure? What are you committing to? And all those sort of questions that you might have. I'll be on my Facebook page live on Friday talking my way through that. But this is one of the benefits of being a demonstrator. So first of all, getting our hands on product early. Second of all, having ideas done for me that I just need to copy and go, and you all think, oh, she's marvellous. And yeah, I'm not. Well, I can replicate them, that's the idea anyway. But yeah, getting some examples and ideas from Stampin' Up are some of the benefits as well. But as I said, I'm not going to go into that today. Hopefully that's it for me. Yeah, hopefully it's inspired you. I know lots of you have already bought the butterfly bundle. Oh, Dragonfly bundle. And you can see the link to the products in the description as well. So if you just click on that link or copy and paste that link into one of your browsers, it will take you to it. So you can see how much it is. You can see some other samples as well on top of all the samples I've shared today. You can see the samples on the on my shop as well. So thank you for joining me for another Watch Me Wednesday. Don't forget you can get the PDF by either signing up for it, and you'll get a direct link for it, but give me a minute, or you can join the Facebook group, and they're uploaded in there each week as well. So thank you for joining me. I will be back, as I say, on Friday. So I look forward to seeing you there. And if you're not interested in finding more about what demonstrators do, then I'll be back next Wednesday as well for another Watch Me Wednesday. And don't forget, 14th of, I'm saying this, I could talk to you like this, hello. 14th of the month is the closing date for this month's card club that uses the Dragonfly bundle as well, which is not included in the kit because it's more than £25, but yeah, bye Margaret. But you'd get everything to make the cards, including, as I say, we're blending this month, so there we go. Right, thank you for joining me. If you are watching on replay, then just let me know as well. And as I say, if you don't subscribe to me on YouTube, then hit subscribe, please. And you won't miss out on things. And if you don't like my Facebook page and you want to know when I'm going live, just click like or follow on that, and Facebook should tell you that as well. Right, I'm going to leave you be, have my lunch, enjoy your lunch breaks, everybody. And I will see you Friday or Wednesday. See you then.